Today we will check what is function types. Okay, so to understand the function types, let's consider an example of a function. Let's say we have a function like this. Okay, see, this is a function. The name of the function is sum, and this function is taking two parameter. One is a and one is b. Both are integer, and it returns the integer also. It will add these two and return the integer. Okay, now in Kotlin, what we can do? In Kotlin, we can store this function in a variable like this. See, let's say we have a variable obj or something, okay, anything you can give, just give 2 colon, and after that you can write the function name. See, here this obj, this is the reference variable. Okay, so in this variable we are storing this function. This statement means, okay, so this is called what? This is called function types. See, this obj is of function type this one. To understand this concept properly, let's say what we can do. Let's say we are taking one another example. Let's say val. Okay, val s. Now let's say we want to store string. Then how do you store? Just write the string name here. Let's say abc. This is the store name. So see, what is this? This s. S is a type of what? S is a type of string. So for that we can write this like this. See, string. Okay, see, this abc is a string, correct? That's why we can write like this, colon then string. So see, similar to this one, this line, see here we are writing string, correct? Similarly, let's say we have an integer and we want to store the integer 10. This is the integer. Now what we can do? We can write the type like this, int. See, here we can write the type. If you don't write, then also it works, but if we write, then also there is no any issue. So similar to this one, here, see, here we are storing what? Is function, correct? So we can write the function name here, function type, what type of function it is. So what type of function it is? See, it takes two parameters and return an integer. So to write it, we can write like this. See, give one bracket, then inside this write the input parameter type. What are the input parameter type? One is int and the second one is also int. See, it is taking both int, correct? So we can write here. And what is the return type? Return type is what? Return type is int also, correct? So to write the return type, just make this arrow. See, like this, give this arrow and write the return type. So this whole thing, this is called, this is, see, here we are storing this object function, correct? So this is called function type. See, this is function types type. So let's say we have another example. Let's say this is the function. Okay, so this is a function, print hello. See, this is a function, correct? And this function does not return anything, so we are writing unit. If you don't write unit, then also it will work, but to understand the concept properly, we are writing unit. Okay, now if we want to store this function in an object, so let's say we have a variable v. Okay, here we want to store the function. How we will store? We will give 2 colon, then this one. So this is the function. Now what type of variable is this? This is a function type variable, because this can store a function. So to declare the type, what type of function it is, it can store, we can write this colon, then first do this bracket here. See, this function does not take anything, right? So no need to write anything, but it returns what? It does not return anything also, it returns unit. That means it does not return anything. Unit means what? If you don't write unit, then also it will work. Okay, that means the function does not return anything. But here what we have to do? We have to give one arrow, then just write unit. See, there is no any arrow. So this is a function type. This is a function type of what? It does not take anything, but it does not take anything and does not return anything. Similarly, we have another function, this one. Let's say we have this print me function. So this function takes message, correct? Message, that means it takes one string. So what we have to write? String here, and it does not return anything, right? And here just give the function name. So this is called function type. So this is the function type. What is the type? String is the input type, unit is the return type. So this is about function type. Next is higher order function. Higher order function means what? Higher order function is a type of function that can take any function and it can return any function. For example, let's say we have a function, okay. To understand this concept, let's say we have a function calculator, okay. This is a function and this function takes one integer, another integer, it takes two integer, and let's say this function takes a function also. What I have told, that this calculator function can take one function also. In Kotlin we can pass a function to a function, and the function which can take another function or it can return a function is called higher order function. So let's say this is a higher order function and it can take another function, but here we have to write the type of the function. So to understand properly, let's say we have a function, okay, we have a function sum. So this function takes two integer a and b, okay, a and b, two integer, it takes two integer and it returns an integer. So this is a function, okay. Now let's say we want to pass this function to this calculator. So how will you do it? See, we will write like this, calculator, okay. See, first it takes a, correct, so we have to pass some variable a, let's say this is a. Then it takes b, correct, so let's say we are passing b. Now we want to pass one this function also here. So how we will pass? See, here what we will do, we will store this function in some variable, let's say v equal to colon sum. See, we are storing this v, correct. Now we can pass this v here, but we have to accept this v also here. So to accept, what we have to write, we have to write the function type, what type of function it can take. That means here what, see, this takes integer, correct. So here we have to write like this, see, int comma int, and the return type also we have to write. What is the return type of this function? Integer, correct. So we have to write int, and we have to give the variable name, let's say fn. Now give the colon. See, I will explain again. See, this is a calculator function, correct. So this function is taking integer variable, again one integer variable, and a function, and the type of the function is what? Int, and return type is int. That means this function which we can pass to this calculator takes two integer and it returns an integer. That means we can pass a function like this sum function. See, sum function takes two integer, correct, and it returns one integer. So here we can pass, see, integer and it returns an integer. That means here in this place we can pass this sum function. So here we are passing c, or we can directly write this one also here. So here this calculator function which are taking a function as a parameter is called higher order function. That means a function which can take a function is a higher order function, or you can also find some function which will return a function instead of this one. See, here we are getting one function, correct, here we are taking one function, but you may find some function which return a function like this. See, this is after this we write the return type, right. So here I am writing the return type. So this is a function which return a function. So this will also be an higher order function. If we delete it also, see, this function is taking two variable, integer variable, okay, but it is returning a function. That means this is also a higher order function. So any function which can take a function or which can return a function is a higher order function, okay. So this is about higher order function. Now for example, let's take one example. See, this sum function, okay, this is the sum function. Now we are passing sum function here. In the sum function, what is the code? It adds these two, correct, a plus b, it adds these two and return this one, okay. Now this function we are passing here, okay, and it will come here in this fn. That means fn is equal to this sum function, okay. So what we can do, we can call this function fn. Fn means what? Sum. in the sum function what we can do, we can pass, see, two things we can pass. So let's say we are passing 4 and 6. Okay, so what it will do, it will return, see, it returns integer, correct? That means this variable will what, this is what, this is sum function, so it returns a variable. So here also we can return it, return, let's say we are writing return, so this will return and the result will go here, see, integer we are writing, and finally here you will get the result. What result we will get? 4 plus 6, that is 10. If you check, it is little bit seems to be like complex, but it is easy actually. You have to do 2-3 example, then it will find very easy. Okay, see, it is showing 10. Again I will explain. See, this is a function a, b, and it takes a function also, and in this place, in the function, what we are doing, we are passing this sum function. Sum is a type of function which can take integer and it returns an integer. So we are writing this, it can take integer and can return an integer. Now here in the calculator function we are passing 2 and 5, this 2 and 5. Okay, then this sum function. Okay, so here we have this sum function, we can remove this also because we are not using, right? So we can remove this 2 and 5 also. See, what we are doing, we are passing this function, correct? And in the function means what, this is a sum function, and sum function takes c, a and b, so we are passing 4 and 6. So it will add these two and it will return, see, it will add 4 and 6 and it will return, and this return we are printing here. That means 4 plus 6, 10 will be printed. So this is about higher order function. Okay, after that we will discuss lambda. So to discuss lambda, lambda is an anonymous function. What? Lambda is an anonymous function. That means, see, here this sum function, see, this sum function has name, correct? The same sum is what? Sum is the name of this function. Okay, but in Kotlin we can make function anonymous. That means no name. Okay, there will be no any name for a function. So to create a anonymous function similar to this sum function, what we can do, just declare one variable v. Okay, let's say any variable v, and make equal sign, and here we have to write the function directly. Okay, to write it, what we have to do, first we have to give two bracket, and inside this what do you do, we write one arrow. Okay, we are writing one arrow, and this left side what we will do, and right side what we will do. See, left side is the parameter. Okay, left side is the parameter, this left side. Here see, this sum function is taking a and b, correct? So similar to this one, I will create a lambda function here. So left side parameter means what, a and b. So let's write it like this, a, b. And this right side is the function body. Okay, right side is the function body, not the return type. So function body, what is the function body, a plus b, correct? So here we will write a plus b. So this is the body of the function. And what will be the return type? Return type is this last line itself. See, after this arrow, let's say we have different lines. Okay, println, or something like a minus b, a minus 34, b minus 34, anything, it can, here anything you can write, but the last line is what, a plus b. A plus b, what is this a plus b? A is integer, b is also integer, so if we add these two, we will get an integer, correct? So that means this return type is an integer. So what is sum function? Sum function is also a return type, has a return type which is integer, and here also this return type is integer. So we are creating a lambda function similar to this sum function here. Okay, so this function is called anonymous function. That means lambda, which has no name. See, here we are not giving any name, correct? We are storing this sum function in a variable, that is different thing. This is a variable, this is not the function name, v is not the function name, this is the variable name. Okay, where we are storing the function, but the function does not have any name, correct? So this is called lambda function. Okay, so for lambda function I can give you another example. Let's say we have a function print me. Okay, like that we have a function, and it does not do anything, it just prints something. Okay, it just prints something, let's say print hello. Now you need to create one lambda function similar to this one. that means you need to create a function which has no name. Okay, so let's say the variable name is some p we can give. Okay, now here what will give, first we'll give 2 bracket. Okay, now we'll give one arrow. So in the left side of this arrow, what we write, we write the parameter whatever it takes, but it does not take anything, correct? So we'll not write anything for now. And what does it do? It does not return also. What is the body? Okay, here we write the body, correct? After this arrow we are writing the body. So what is the body? Print. So this is similar to this function. This function is similar to this one. Okay, it does not take anything and return print. So let's write for let's execute this. So it is not getting not printing anything. To print it we have to call this function, correct? See, if we write a function, it does not do anything, right? We have to call it. So here, see, this is the function and we are storing here, but we are not calling. To call it we have to call it like this. See, this is function, correct? Actually, so we are calling. Okay, or you can give any other thing, any other name like function storing variable. So this is a variable, correct? This is a variable where we are storing this function. So function storing storing variable, any, for example, just I am giving. Okay, sorry, variable. Okay, no issue, some spelling mistake is there, that is not an issue. So just write like this. See, okay, no spelling mistake here. I need to give v. Oh, sorry, I have changed the name. So now see, here we are storing the variable and we are calling the function. Okay, see, hello, it is getting printed. How it is getting printed? Here we are calling the function. Actually, this is the definition, similar to like this, similar to like this. Here we are just defining the function, but here only we are calling. So this is called anonymous function, and that means lambda function. Okay, the last thing, just want to tell that earlier what we have written, we have a function calculator, correct? Calculator. Okay, in the calculator function we are taking a function of int comma int and it returns what? Int. Okay, similar to this one we have created one function, correct? Calculator function earlier. So what this calculator function does, it takes a function. See, it is taking a function and this function takes 2 integer and returns an integer, like sum function sum. To understand you better, just I am writing int return type is int. Okay, so this int will store in a variable, this int will store in b variable, and this is the return type. So this is this calculator function is taking a function similar to this sum function. Now this sum function we are calling this calculator function, and what we were doing, we are storing this sum function s in some variable, and we can pass this sum function here, correct? Because this sum calculator function takes a function similar to the sum function, similar to this type. Okay, so here we can do like this, but instead of creating extra function, directly you can write a lambda function like calculator. See, this calculator function takes what? Calculator function takes a function of this type, integer, return type is integer. But instead of creating extra function like here, like sum function, we can directly create a lambda function, like let's say val v. This is a lambda function. Okay, so now we are creating lambda function. Okay, so lambda function, the input type is what? Input type is int. Okay, and we have to give the variable name a, this is b. Okay, now here what we write? We write the body. What is the body? A plus b, because this sum function, what does it do? It does a plus b, correct? We already know summation, so it is doing a plus b. Now we can pass this b here. See, there will be no any issue. Okay, instead of writing this, we can, instead of writing extra function like sum, we can delete it, we can write in one line. Okay, and the more compact thing, instead of creating extra variable here, we can directly copy it and paste it here. So this is more compact. See, here we are passing one lambda function. And one more thing you can do, see, this is showing some issue, this is showing some warning or some like suggestion, correct? What we can do, this bracket also we can remove. So like this we can write. Okay, you may feel it little bit complex in first sense. See what we are doing, we are passing one lambda function directly in the calculator. Okay, so this is about lambda function passing. You can check some more examples of lambda function and passing it in a higher order function. Okay, so this is very easy thing, and we use all these things too much in Android, that's why I am showing it to you. We can take some another example also. Let's say this calculator function, this takes a it does not it takes a function which does not take anything. Okay, see, it is taking a function which does not take anything, but it returns an integer. So if you want to make if you want to call this calculator function and pass a lambda directly, then how will you pass? See, here we need to pass one function which does not take anything. So what we will do, we need to pass one, what we need to pass one lambda, correct? So what, how will you make lambda? We will give two bracket like this, correct? Then we write this arrow, and in left side what we do, left side we write whatever the things this function takes, but this function does not take anything, correct? So no need to write anything, but it returns an integer, correct? So here you have to write one function which returns an integer. So let's say 2 is an integer, correct? Here what we do, we write the body, correct? We write the body and the last line of the body. Let's say in above we have some string ds or something, you can anything, right? But the last line should be the line integer, because this function takes integer, this function returns integer, correct? And here what we have to pass, we have to pass a function that returns an integer, and we know that the last line of lambda function itself tells the return type. So this last line is 2, which is an integer. So that means this function, for this function the return type is integer. So this makes this correct. Okay, this makes this correct. If you want to delete, we can delete it also, and we can delete this bracket also. Okay, so this is about lambda function. You can take some more example. Okay,